In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to come up with better video ideas because you're probably struggling to find consistently good ideas that work in your niche, videos that can help you grow your business and your channel, of course. One thing that we always teach is that the video idea is the number one most important thing of the whole YouTube process. If you look at our 5-phase framework in the whole production workflow, I'd say the idea generation is over 40% of that. And so by setting yourself up for success, the rest will be so much easier. It's not only us saying it. Mr. Beast says it as well. On the Joe Rogan podcast, he said, if you spend 3x or 10x more time on a good video idea, you'll get far better results. So before you do anything else, you need to start thinking about the video idea. We're from Playstack. We create strategy systems and teams to increase your revenue on YouTube. And the systems and strategies that I'm going to show you how to come up with video ideas has allowed us to achieve these kind of results on specific videos, but also on channels in general. PK Traders, we grew from 16,000 to 100,000 subscribers in 2 years. Australian migration lawyers, within months, they got 10,000 views on their best performing video as a lawyer. And then we worked with SaaS tools, also growing to 5,000 subscribers in a matter of months. And so what I'm going to show you is not just luck. It's a system that works. I'm Milan. I'm the CEO of Playstack. We manage dozens and dozens of YouTube channels. I've worked personally with global brands in the last 10 years, and we've helped dozens and dozens of YouTube channels succeed. Now, the problem is here that you're randomly brainstorming video ideas, and you're going to get random results on those videos. You have no systematic approach, and there's a difference between ideas and formats. The solution here is that I'm going to show you a systematic research approach over random brainstorming, formats versus one-off ideas, market gaps over saturated topics, and this is important, your analysis on how you can replicate it and how others can replicate what you do. And then everything comes down to testing and scaling, which is what I've showed you in other videos before. Are you refining your strategy or are you doubling down on things? And so I'm going to cover these things in the video today. There's 3 main ways to come up with video ideas. And the tools that we're going to use for that are 1 of 10, free Chrome extension, vidIQ, free Chrome extension, and TubeBuddy's Keyword Explorer. The first thing you need to do to come up with these ideas is to understand who your market is, who your competition is. And how to do that is you use a prompt, and we use Claude, for example, based on what you know of me, and then you can add context, or if you already created a whole project or a GPT based on you, it will be very helpful. Break it down in 10 keywords so I can analyze the competition on YouTube. Because the thing is, like, where do you start with researching, right? Because there's not just one button and it's going to magically appear everywhere. You need to start somewhere. So you need to create some keywords. So I did that for us. But what I'm going to show you in this video is actually not for YouTube, but someone I've been talking to who is really big in the LinkedIn space, Sam Brown, and I want to use LinkedIn and LinkedIn growth as an example. So what I've done is I copied, for example, his about page. I could do the same for his website, but his about page should provide me with enough information. So I copied that in our Claude, and I have no prior data on Sam, but based on your LinkedIn branding methodology, and he gives me then keywords for competitive analysis. LinkedIn personal branding, LinkedIn for entrepreneurs, LinkedIn content strategy. This gives you a good idea where you should be looking for. We're going to look out for breakout topics. What does that mean? Breakout topics are the winners. Which videos are doing better than others? And the principle that I'm going to use here is, again, 1 of 10. And what that means is 1 of 10 will compare the previous 5 to 10 videos on the channel and provide a multiplier with that. Because then it shows you that that video is doing better than the previous 10. Now I'm going to use vidIQ's views per hour because that indicates for older videos as well how well it's still performing, right? Because I can have a 10-year-old video with 10 million views, but if it's not relevant now anymore, then it might not be a good video to replicate for now. Subscriber ratio, why is this important? If you have a video with 100,000 views but only 2,000 subscribers, that is an indication that there's a big gap there. And then why we're doing the views per hour, so that we have that longevity of a video. vidIQ would also help us with research, and I'll show you right now how we're gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna grab one of these keywords and we're just gonna use that on YouTube. Now, here's the first tool that we're gonna be using. vidIQ will show you how big the channel is that we're looking for. It will also show you a multiplier based on the channel average, not like 1 of 10 that does on the last 10 videos, but on the channel average. But either way, it will give you a good indication on how well it's performing. And then here we see the 6 views per hour. So this video after 6 months is still getting 6 views per hour, which is a good amount of views per day, right? So this is the first video that's performing very well. Here's even a bigger one, a bigger channel, bigger video, but not there yet. This video, I'm looking at the views versus the subscribers. I'm not too big on this. This, for example, is way better. 26,000 subscribers. The multiple is insane. A lot of views still after a year, and 130. So this is the first video that we can look into as like one of the things that we want to replicate, for example. What I want to do then is go to his channel in general. I want to go to videos. And now this is where 1 of 10 really comes in, because yes, we found an outlier, but in reality, I found now a channel that talks about a lot of LinkedIn somehow, because he's talking a lot about LinkedIn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on descending. This will order the videos according to the outlier score, right? So this video, that's actually the one that we found, is a massive outlier on the channel. All of these videos, I would say anything with a 3x multiplier or even like 5x and above, like here, are really good videos. And so we can use these ideas to replicate the videos. I will show you what we'll do with it next. So that was one way of finding outlier videos, and I only showed it with one channel. But what I wanted to show you is that one channel, which is actually fairly young, only 2 years old or so, has hundreds of thousands of views. So the reason you want to look for smaller channels is because they don't necessarily have their quote-unquote clout as a push for views. If somebody has millions of subscribers, that is an indication sometimes for people to click on a video alone. Doesn't matter if that video is good or not. So that was actually a really good win. The second way of finding video ideas for your channel and for your business is through keyword research. As mentioned, we use TubeBuddy, and basically what we want to do now is we found the keywords already. So we're going to be copying those into TubeBuddy. The result here, 50, is not amazing. The things that we're looking for is search volume, competition, and optimization strength. So the search volume is really low, so people are not really looking for it. But let's see if we find any of the suggestions. And then you see it's a lot better. So when you want to make videos, we can search for topics on these with these keywords, yes, but some of which will be way better for when you want to make videos on it. Still low search volume, but not as low as before. Then we want to look into results and see which ones are the top performing videos that come up with it. I still prefer using YouTube search bar for this specifically, because like I said, I can compare way better what channel size and things like that, and how these videos are outliers. The other keyword that we want to try, LinkedIn for entrepreneurs. And this is a way better, a lot more search volume. Also, it's probably better if you talk about LinkedIn and you're targeting entrepreneurs, you probably want to do that. So we can continue looking in suggestions. Are they better? This one is already a lot better. And then we want to look into the results while videos pop up. The third way, and this is honestly one of my favorite ways, especially if you already made videos on your channel, and although you might think videos are not working, there's always data. If you have created videos, even if it's dozens of videos, maybe 50 or 100 videos, then you have data to work with. And what we did with the channels here was that this is a lawyer in the cannabis space, and he already made 998 videos when we started working with him. and we dug into his videos. What we found was there's few videos, and of course this has been 2 years by now. We're looking at older videos here, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. What is already working? And then what we did, we just optimized that. But I'm going to show you how you can optimize that. And so basically what I'm trying to show you with this third way of researching your own data is that you can optimize your content, right? I've did a case study video 2 days ago, so go check that out on how we did that exactly to come up with new video ideas and basically optimize and scale from there. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to come up with new video ideas. It might be that you need to optimize what you're already doing. How are we going to analyze all the data that we just found through research, to keyword research, and like researching our own data? Things that we're going to be looking at is the format of the video. Like, what is the style of the video? Is it a normal talking head video? Is it a tier video? Is it a listicle? Is it a vlog? Whatever it is. So we're going to break that down. Then the structure of the video. How are they providing value, or what's the hook like, such as here? What video lengths are they using in our niche? And then what are the unique angles that makes them stand out? And I will cover that a little bit later here. How are we going to do that? We're not going to do each video individually. We're going to use AI. And first of all, what we need to do is we need another Chrome extension that basically transcribes the videos. Let's take this video, and then we have our extension here, and we're going to copy that from there. And that just copies the whole transcript with timestamps. So that's very helpful. Now, the next step is to add this to Claude, or in your case, maybe ChatGPT. And because I already created a template on how to break down a video, now you can use your own. You can just ask it specific questions of like the things that I just mentioned here, such as what is the video format, what is the content structure, what is the hook patterns, what are the unique angles. Analysis for this video. Boom. And while that is running, I'll talk to you more about this. So you're gonna copy that in here. You want to do the analysis, and it will recognize patterns. It will identify what works, what doesn't. And then once we have that structure, we want to come up with new ideas with angles that will work for you. You want to get more strategic insights, and then you can create your own template and your own content pillar. So long term, that you can also make working videos such as him. Like, he clearly found the moat, because if you look, create time, confidence, and financial freedoms through business technology, but he's not even mentioning LinkedIn in this. So initially he probably didn't start with LinkedIn, but he knew that LinkedIn is a gap in the market, and that's why he doubled down on it. If we go to his older videos, how to make videos on webinars, he didn't start like that, but then selling to CEOs, and then you see LinkedIn came in, webinars, and then he started rolling into what works, what doesn't work. Here, LinkedIn, that's probably where he really got interested. Maybe he got help from another agency that knew what to do, and so he rolled into what works, and he doubled down on it. And that's what YouTube is. You double down on what works. All right, so what works here is the high value promise, the specific timeline framework, and his authority as well. So that's his positioning, and I'll show you exactly how you can leverage that for yourself. It analyzes the hook, the content structure, all these things you can analyze, and you just have to ask your ChatGPT or your Claude to do that. And so basically, now that you found one channel, you just continue doing that. Other things you can do is then go to that channel, go to descending again, copy the top 12 or so, and then ask what topics are performing the best, and how can I replicate this? You copy the data, and it will come up with all the information, because such things as views per hours are still in there. So highest performing videos, future focused trends, platform specific stuff. Anyway, it gives you a better idea. The last part about your positioning is a video that I spoke about. You want to find a gap in the market, which we are doing now, and that is kind of finding your angle. what's your expertise, what's the access you have, like network or resources, what kind of character are you, or how are you displaying that, what's your storytelling like, your production, how are your videos going to look like, and the quantity of the videos you're going to do. Based off that, you will have a better understanding of like what you're good at. Do you have a better product market fit, or do you have a unique advantage, or is your branding really strong? Now, all of that I cover in a different video. If you want to use one of 10, and it's a free tool, we use the paid version as well to go on their platform and search videos through that, because it provides a little bit more information as well, but the Chrome extension does wonders already. You can find the affiliate link, so we get a little kickback from it, in the description below, so go check that out. But one of 10, I would not be able to do all the research without it. If you want this resource where I teach you everything step by step and you have a proper strategy and system to get success on YouTube, you can also find this down below in the description. And if you want more information on how to position yourself, go check out that video here.